defensive line and taken down by Khalil Brown. Brown makes the tackle, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And Celestine, very good running back. He's a senior, comes in averaging nearly 9 yards a pop. Second down. Gamble to throw. Flings it to the outside. It is complete at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Gamble just standing in there all the time in the world. Easy throws. Look, effortlessly.
So the first completion is a first down for Gamble. They'll call it the 35, so a 15-yard pickup. 1st and 10 for Murrieta Mesa. Give right up the middle to Celestine. He'll cross to the 38-yard line. Gamble completing 48% of his passes. He's missed some time with injury. Playing at a high level, though, according to his coach. 3-yard pickup for Celestine on that carry. Second down coming up for the Rams. Gamble to throw. Out of the backfield, incomplete, looking for Celestine. 3rd down.
And Gamble, one of those bigger quarterback. We don't see too many of those in the city here at Riverside, but, looks like about 6'2", 6'3", and a southpaw.
We talked about Andrew Dixon defensively for King. Another guy to look at, Jeff. How about Logan George? Having a great year. Talked to Jason McMains. Said he may be our standout at linebacker on defense.
Well, we've seen them really grow. I think we've covered King 4 times this year, and other than that Marietta Valley loss, we've seen growth from all of these young men.
2 by 2, the lefty Gamble's going to sling it down the field. He's got a man. And he hauls it inside the 30 to the 25. Making the catch is Derek Hart. They'll mark the ball to the 26-yard line, so a 36-yard strike.
Yeah, he just takes 2 steps back and throws. That is a bomb. Great pass. Great hang time. Great reception.
Running tempo, 1st and 10. Celestine trying to step through the tackle of Cuba. He'll get about 3 or 4 more yards before Kaleo Brown takes him down. They'll mark the ball down to the 18-yard line, so give him 7 on the run. Celestine now with 10 yards on 3 carries.
Look at Celestine's shoes. He's got lightning bolts on them.
2nd and short option. Gamble will keep it, and down he goes. Not much there for Trey Gamble Jr. Big play by Matthew Zubietta. Zubietta, the senior defensive tackle, makes the stop, bringing up a 3rd down.
He's got lightning bolts on his shoes, because look at these shoes. I don't think I've ever seen
What
these
did Paul Simon say? Diamonds on the soles of his shoes. Well, not quite diamonds, and they're not on the soles.
He's got lightning shoes.
Lightning bolts on the ankles of his shoes.
I've never seen those. Must have his own signature shoe.
Hart split out to the near side of trips formation, including Cooper Murphy closest to the formation. Gamble setting up the screen, complete to Celestine, and he will waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Well, that was quick.
That escalated quickly, as they say. Arteon Celestine with the touchdown. 9:19 here in the first quarter, and an 80-yard drive navigated in just 7 plays. Alex Christian on to try the PAT. So a 17-yard pass from Gamble to Celestine. Very good receiver as well as a good running back, and the offensive line won that sequence for the Rams. Swings the right leg. It is high enough and it is accurate, and it's 7-0 Marietta Mesa.
Yeah, 3 by air, 4 by land?
Yeah, 4 runs. Well, 4 runs, 4 passes. One of them was incomplete. Here's the big play, the 36-yard hookup.
Beautiful throw.
And they came out throwing, so it's interesting. Offensive coordinator is Justin Evangelist, and they like to mix it up. They'll go tempo. They run the spread, but obviously Oscar McBride, a student of Lou Holtz, really believes the ball or the game is controlled at the line of scrimmage. And we already talked about the offensive line for Murrieta Mesa. It's going to be a good matchup, though, because I think the defensive front, Rich Martinez and Javis Robinson, they understand what they need to do against this team, Jeff.
Yeah, and remember, this Murrieta Mesa team has played some great teams in the preseason.
And that's kind of what Oscar McBride kind of decided is like, we're going to get our heads handed to us a little bit in the preseason. They played Beaumont. They played Murrieta Valley. But it's to test them. It's to expose them. Hey, let's figure out what we got. And, again, they've really been beset. They're getting a little bit healthier now. They've had a number of players miss time due to injuries. We mentioned Gamble missed some time due to injuries. We mentioned they're without their starting right tackle. One of their linebackers has missed most of the year. He'll be back today as Krishan sets up for the kickoff. King has been very good on special teams. Derek Kahn deep with Riker Galvin. And let's see what they do here. The flag comes in. Will they take the ball or will they make them re-kick? They're going to take the football.
Yeah, it's an important possession here for King. I know it's early, but you just got scored on quickly. Let's see if they come out ready to play on offense.
So they'll go to the 35-yard line. Welcome back. Jeff Gorham here. Ghazal Hassan with you. Can you believe it's week 9, Jeffrey?
Unbelievable. That means we've been doing this for 10 weeks, actually. And I'm going to be sad when it's over.
We still got the playoffs, though.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
I love the playoffs. Hopefully we can get 6 teams in like we have the last 2 years, and all 6 teams have won.
First down from the 35. Option. Out to Galvin. Galvin over the 40 and finally shoved out of bounds. Gets up over the 45, making the tackle Daniel Ritchie for Murrieta Mesa. It's a first down. They'll move the sticks. They'll mark the ball up to the 48-yard line. 13-yard pickup on the pitch and catch. We've talked about this. This, in essence, is a playoff game for the Wolves if they're thinking about the league title. The next 2 weeks will be playoff games for the Mains and the Wolves. The Wolves, Your quarterback's got to be able to win you a game. Little misdirection. Here's the handoff up the middle to Robinson, and Robinson will cross into Ram territory. He'll be taken down at the 46-yard line of Murrieta Mesa, about an 8-yard pickup. Tackle on the play by Keon Hendricks.
I like it. If King can keep the ball on the ground.
Jason McBain said, listen, he said the same thing as Oscar McBride. We need to control the line of scrimmage. No ifs, ands, or buts. So the big boys up front for King as well. Second down and 4. They'll feed Robinson again. He'll surge and get the first down close to the 40. Forward progress will be marked to the 41-yard line. So a 5-yard pickup and a first down for Brian Robinson.
Yeah, Mesa put 4 up front. And that defensive end on that left side, number 75, Isaiah Casillas, watch him.
They'll alternate. They'll play 3, they'll 4. Yeah, Casillas is their big man in the middle, the senior defensive tackle, all CIF last year, player of the game against Corona. 1st and 10 from the Murrieta Mesa 41. Cuenca to the outside to Riker Galvin, sits down in the zone. Breaks one tackle, and he dives forward inside the 30 to the 29. Tackled there by Jesse Wilhite, just a sophomore. 12-yard pickup, another first down.
And a great read there from Galvin, as you see here on the replay. He catches the ball, sees his screen, and that was a missed block, but still able to get about 5 or 6 extra yards by going the opposite direction.
Kind of almost had the defense screen itself in a sense. With a nice little swim move there by Riker Galvin. He's very good after the catch. From the 29 of Murrieta Mesa, it's 1st and 10. Out of the backfield, Robinson lateral. He's got a fall on it. And the loss back to the 38-yard line. I'm sorry, 33-yard line.
Backwards pass is dropped and recovered. So that'll be a loss of about 8 yards on the play.
Oh, so it was back to the 37. So 8-yard loss. And that's what Jason McManus was talking about. He said, they lost to Temecula Valley. He said, we kept shooting ourselves in the foot. He said that to us when we were on the field before.
Exactly. He said, we gain yards, then we get a penalty, and we have to get it all back. And championship teams can't make mistakes like that, especially in a close game like this.
Here's the give to Robinson trying to get the edge. Robinson turns the corner inside the 30, and he's cut down maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll gain back the loss on the fumble. Keon Hendricks knocks him out of bounds.
Yeah, Robinson's has come ready to play.
He's already carried the ball 4 times. Clock moving for the Wolves. 3rd and 9. Kahn split out to the far side. Juarez to the near side. Another look at it. Robinson, heavy workload. Expect a heavy workload from him this evening. Man coverage on the outside for Mesa. They like to disguise it, though. Rick Pontius, as Jeff mentioned, runs their defense. Cuenca pulls the ball down. Now he'll throw it. Little bit overthrown, looking for Jaden Cover. Incomplete.
Yeah, the rush coming at you. You have Steven Stiles, 6'2", 225. I thought maybe he might have got a hand on it.
So cover back. Looks like the offense going to stay out there. So 7-0 Murrieta Mesa. We're in the first quarter. It would be about a 46-yard field goal attempt from here, and Jason McMain's going to elect to go for it. Galvin in the far slot. Split out to the far side is Derek Kahn. 3-man front. They bring 4. Cuenca over the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Bringing it back is Daniel Ritchie for Murrieta Mesa. Cuenca the last chance, and he drops him near midfield. Flag on the play, so we'll see what that is. If that stands, the 21st takeaway by the Rams.
Hey, Gazal, do you know what we are less than a month away from?
I do not know.
The Festival of Lights. We're less than a month away, like I said, and the Switch On event is November 23rd, so plan ahead. Start making your plans to join us at the historic Mission Inn and Spa November 23rd, or watch the Switch On live with my best friend, Pep Fernandez, as we host the Switch On ceremony on Riverside TV. So mark your calendars, Festival of Lights, November 23rd for the Switch On festivities, and it will run through New Year's.
You know, nothing against Pep. I thought I was your best friend.
You are my best friend.
I'm teasing.
You are.
Richie
I
was
was
the pick.
I was told to say that he was my best friend.
Oh, you were told.
Yeah, I was told.
So a 15-yard mark-off against Murrieta Mesa. Well, I guess not.
We all know that I have a bad feeling about that Pep Fernandez character.
All right. So the interception by Ritchie brings it to midfield, 1st and 10. Gamble going to go for it. He's going to go up top. He's got a man down the field, incomplete. Intended receiver on the play was Desmond Franklin. Franklin had 2 touchdown catches in last year's meeting between these two teams that was out of Murrieta Mesa. It was a 31-14 win for the Rams, a big win for them. 2nd down coming up.
I'm going to be harsh on that young man. That's one I thought you got to go out there and grab. I could be wrong. But my job is to analyze, and if
Franklin,
as
a
coach, I said you got to go for that one. You got to dive.
Franklin, a junior, averaging 25 yards a catch. So he's definitely the one that can take the top off. Here's Celestine, who's run well, and he's tripped up in the backfield. Not sure if he got the turf monster or if Dixon got a hand on him, but he sprawled across that painted wolf visage in midfield, maybe a yard on the play. Another look at it.
I think I got him. He got him with a foot.
Just enough.
He tripped him.
Just enough. 3rd down coming up.
And it wasn't just the big toe or the second. It was the 3rd toe that got him on the shoe.
I mean, Dixon having a phenomenal year. He's, was injured, missed a little bit of time, but one of the returning starters working with Rich Martinez, and he is definitely the playmaker on that defensive line for Jason McMains and the Wolves. 3rd and 9 coming up. Gamble throws the out, complete this time to Franklin. Pushed out of bounds by Burke. Dana Burke, one of the seniors, up to the 36-yard line, good enough for a 1st down.
And King showing blitz there. But that's what happens. You show blitz, you better make sure you get there.
So there's an 83 that's not on our roster. I'm going to guess That's Tristan Villalpando, who's 3 on the roster, and he's one of their top receivers. So we'll call him Villalpando until we're told differently, because I haven't seen the actual number 3 out there. And when we talked with Oscar McBride before the game, he said, "No, we're good. We're good to go. Completely healthy, ready to go. Battle station fully operational." First quarter here, 7-0 in favor already of Murrieta Mesa. The Rams looking to cash in a turnover, an interception by Daniel Ritchie. Celestine around the left side.
Ball's carried by number 30.
And brought down, I think Logan George combined with Kaleo Brown on that.
Brought down by number 7, Logan George.
So George makes the tackle.
8 yards on the play, 2nd and 2.
They'll mark it to the 28-yard line. Another look at it there. 2nd and 2. Gamble thrown to the outside. Short hops it, intended for Cooper Murphy. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2. Looks like the pass was intended for the 20-yard marker.
So CSDR up 28-0 at halftime. Aren't they always up 28-0?
Yeah, they're kind of always up. It's usually the first quarter. Having a little slow day today. It's Friday.
Yeah, they didn't put up 50-plus in the first quarter. What the heck? For the first half?
Villalpando and Franklin split to the far side. To the near side is Derek Hart for Murrieta Mesa. Celestine will take it right up the middle. The first down and more. He's got a crease. And finally brought down by Burke inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark it to the 2. So a 25-yard pickup by Artian Celestine.
Well, it has been Celestine tonight.
Brings up 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line.
He's one of the lone seniors on this club. 1st and goal from the 2. Here's the inside give and brought down. Landon Bookill carries the ball. Connor Kuba makes the tackle. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 34, Connor Cuba.
Cuba, one of the seniors, saw his family milling about for the senior night ceremony. They did the senior night ceremony very early, Jeff, by about 5:30.
Because they had about 9,000 people.
Yeah, because they're doing everybody. They're doing the managers, they're doing the cheer, they're doing the band. 2 by 2 for Murrieta Mesa. Here's the give to Celestine. And Kaleo Brown combines with Riker Galvin. 3rd down coming up.
Ball carrier was brought down 1 yard line.
Yeah, we have an update score here. La Sierra, 6. Norte Vista, 6.
34, Connor Cuba.
Not a good day for the Kickers unless they went for 2. Ken Batdorf and Sean Moore matching wits, along with Nick Rice and John Rice.
And August Rice.
Oh, wow. So really the full Rice Bowl. Murphy and Hart split to the far side. Villalpando and Franklin to the near side. Gamble, RPO. Gamble's going to go down. Kaleo Brown says hello. Doing his best impression of Danny Aiello and Godfather 2. Lost back to the 10.
And number 7, Logan George.
So the King defense steps up. 4th down coming up. Another look at it. And Kaleo Brown just blows it up. It's about a 27-yard field goal attempt for Krishan. He hit a 43-yarder against Great Oak. A right-footed kicker. High snap on the ground. Ball loose. Ball over on downs to King.
Wow, that's a huge play right there.
We were talking with Jason McMains about last week against Temecula Valley. Another look at it. Maybe it's something about this field. The Wolves rallied back against Temecula Valley from 2 scores down to supposedly they went 24-23 and they had the extra point blocked. They actually got the ball back and were in position to attempt a field goal, and then a bad snap.
Yes.
So from the 17-yard line work the Wolves. So a turnover and then a good defensive play, burrowing up the middle. Gets over the 20 to about the 23-yard line. That's Noah Villarreal as the clock winds down at the end of the first quarter. So Villarreal gets up to the 21.
So Norte Vista down to its crosstown rival.
You know La Sierra had this one circled since day one, Jeff.
Down 7-6 early. Ken Batdorf cannot be happy right now.
2nd and 5. Here's the give to Villarreal. He's got a crease. Villarreal to some open space. Puts the shoulder down and is tripped up, making the tackle Jesse Wilhite. He gets over the 40-yard line, about an 18-yard pickup for Villarreal. So you got Robinson trying to go end around. Villarreal just taking it between the tackles.
I love watching him run. He's not a juker. He just goes straight up the middle.
Nice block at the point of attack by Caden Drake, the junior. Kind of sealed off the outside to allow Villarreal to slither up inside, and that's the end of the first quarter with 7-0 lead for Murrieta Mesa. So Week 9, Jeffrey, HPI, heavy playoff implications. We've seen it already over at Zachary Stadium between the Eagles and the Braves, and right here, King trying to bounce back, and we talked about it in the open. Kind of hit the mat a little bit. I know you talked to Coach McMains after the game, right after the pep rally last Friday. What feeling did you get from him?
He was just upset. I mean, to say the least. You know, he worked so hard. They said they had a good practice plan, but they got that snake bite, and that's one of those games that you go a trap game. They call it. They thought they were thinking ahead, and Temecula Valley got them.
I mean, it's coaches, when you squander an opportunity, that's something that makes them pull their hair out.
Yes, and he has no hair.
1st and 10, second quarter, first play from the 41. Villarreal dancing up to about the 45-yard line.
If you're watching Murrieta Mesa loading up the box now, trying to take this run game away from King.
Kanoa Ching, the sophomore, he's missed most of the year with a broken thumb, got hurt in the opener, and actually hurt in the second game, and they're happy to have him back. Just a sophomore, one of the top linebackers for the Rams. This Ram team, they do have a few seniors, but a very young club. Their best days are ahead of them. In fact, I mean, they're 4-0 in league this year. They may be, 3-0. They may be a year ahead of schedule.
They are, and you look at them, they're massive up front, massive. They're putting 5 in the box.
Drake will join them in the backfield. Villarreal up the middle into the teeth of the defense, and not much doing there. Runs into the big fella, Isaiah Casillas. So 3rd down coming up. Casillas had 5 tackles and 2 sacks last year when these teams got together. And talking to Oscar McBride, he said he is by far, hands down, been our best defensive player for about the last month. So you talk about controlling the line of scrimmage, you got to deal with Isaiah Casillas. Clock moving, 3rd down. Juarez split to the far side, Kahn to the near side. Galvin in the far slot. Cuenca looking for Kahn, looking to stretch it.
There's the flag.
Hand fighting there with Hart, and here comes the flag. Unless he shoved him late. I thought it was pretty good defense. We'll get a chance to look at it again. They're kind of hand fighting. The only thing you can't do is try to get an advantage with the hand if he did the push at the end. Now, his teammate's trying to calm him down. Where you have the leverage, it's a 15-yard mark-off. Let's get another look at it. So it'll be 1st down. No, there it is.
Yeah, he grabbed that left arm. Just kind of held on to it. Could not swivel his shoulders. They're going to call that every time.
So first and 10 to the 40 of Murrieta Mesa. Cuenca with the give to Robinson. And Robinson breaks 1 tackle, but he can't break the 3rd.
I think there's going to be a face mask on this play here.
Finally coming in to clean it up is Casillas. Let's see what the flag's all about. Our white hat today is Jason Godfrey. Ross Guthrie, our umpire. Marvin Brown, the head linesman. Dave Carey, the line judge. and Stephen Lizette is the back judge.
Guthrie? Any relation to Arlo?
You know, I have pop culture reference for all the officials. We'll get to it in the game. Ross Guthrie, obviously Woody Guthrie.
Woody.
Face mask, Jeff, you are on top of it. 15 more yards. Second penalty of the drive on the Rams.
Flags against Marietta Mesa's face mask.
Have you ever been to Marietta Mesa High School?
I've never been.
Oh, my gosh. It's beautiful.
Is it by you?
It is near me. I don't want to say too, I always got to keep the secret location.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's fantastic. It looks like a university.
To the Jeff Mobile.
Yes, from the Jeff Mobile to the stately Gorham Manor.
Just started playing football. I believe 2010 was their first year playing football, and didn't make the playoffs until 2016. Won their first playoff game in 2017, and until last year, they hadn't won a playoff game since. Coach McBride got them to the Division VI semifinals last year, where they lost to Miracosta. Simi Valley ultimately won D6. First down, Robinson, nothing doing. First man to him was Cody Moore in the defensive end, maybe a yard on the play.
That's Brian Robinson. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 98, Cody Moran.
So here's Robinson. Moran just plays his gap.
Oh,
3 yards on the play.
So they'll mark it back to the 39-yard line.
I'm going to have to reach out. We got to reach out to Marietta Mesa. I want to see the old Ram helmets back.
All right.
I'm gonna
Talk
have
to
to
Oscar McBride.
I'm going to either call that or I don't want to call him. He's bigger than I am. I'll call Coach Pontius.
So Galvin in the far slot, split to the far side, Juarez. Flexed out to the near side, Ben Major. Second down. They'll fling it out to Cover, and he's blown up immediately. Good read on the play. He got the penalty called on him earlier. Derek Hart, no doubt on that one. He'll drive Cover back about 3 yards.
It's a loss of again 4 yards on the play. 3 and 12.
So Coach McBain's telling me they're going to try to use some of the lesser used guys. You know, Major, Cover, Drake may get some attention because he knows how good the defense is. And you talk about Rick Pontius, really good at mixing up looks, varying the look. 3rd and 12 coming up. Cuenca over the middle. Galvin in and out of his hands. In on the coverage was Jesse Wilhite, and they needed that one, Jeff.
Yes, they did. Yeah, Coach Pontius, really good friends with Jason McMain.
He said he was almost going to come here.
Yeah, he was going to come over, and I honestly thought Coach Pontius did a great job at Notre Dame. It didn't work out, but I think everybody in Riverside, every coach knows his skill set, knows what kind of guy he is. So it's great to see him back on the sidelines at Marietta Mesa.
Lucas Akutagawa on to punt it away. Akutagawa holds it for a long time. Now he'll get the kick away, and it'll bounce into the end zone. So a 42-yard kick will come out to the 20-yard line. Akutagawa trying to pin them back, but couldn't get the coverage downfield. And 1st and 10 for the Rams.
I thought Akutagawa was going to run for a second.
We saw that last week with Pauly and Maddox Long.
Maddox Long, he's the best running punter we've seen.
That rugby style, he kind of fools you a little bit. So 1st and 10, Marietta Mesa, they'll line up at the 20-yard line with a 7-0 lead here with 7:59 to play in the second quarter. Key matchup in the Big West Lower.
I think they should call it the Big West South. Sounds better.
Yeah, it does sound better. Gamble to give up the middle. Celestine dropped it on the turf. Who picked it up? King had a shot at it, but it looks like it went back to the Rams.
Recovered by Marietta Mesa, so 2nd down.
So the Rams recover the fumble. Marked up to the 20. What?
Ladies and gentlemen,
22-yard line.
Baseball news right now, just to give you a status update. We're at the end of the 7th inning. The score is New York Yankees 2, Los Angeles Dodgers 1.
So actually, they gave him a yard on the run. So Celestine give him a yard, but the key is that the Rams keep the possession. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Gamble thrown to the outside. Oh, how do you do? Nice catch.
Wow.
Holding on to it was Villalpando. Coming in and laying the lick for the Wolves was Logan Turner. 3rd down. Another look.
Look at this. Both of them do a great job. What a great hands to hold on to this football, because that is a shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the baseball news, you can all now tell who your friends are.
3rd down. And there's a completion. That Celestine will have the 1st down.
Celestine ran into his head coach, and the head coach grabbed him like he was nothing.
It's about a 10-yard pickup on that play to Celestine. So he's got 2 catches to go with his 8 runs. 1st and 10, Murrieta Mesa from the 35. It's low snap. Gamble picks up, looking for Franklin over the middle, incomplete. From the Fun Belt, we have an update. First quarter over, Hemet 21-0 over Arlington.
I think Hammond's going to win it.
They're definitely in the driver's seats.
I think that's. Have you ever been to Hemet, Gazal?
Yes, I have a couple good friends that are from Hemet. I used to go to a yearly dinner in Hemet.
That's where they have the Ramona pageant. It's like California's longest live play.
2nd and 10 from the 35.
I mean, all plays are live, but they have a nice arena. It's pretty sweet.
The end around. That was Keon Hendricks, who's been playing on defense. He gets over the 40 to the 41, 6 yards for Hendricks on the play. And Brown with the tackle for King, so 3rd down coming up. Hendricks, and watch Celestine leading the block. Nice block. 3rd and 4 from the 41. Gamble. Looking, now he'll run with it. He'll have the 1st down. Tackle on the play made by Dana Burke. He'll get up over the 45 to the 47-yard line. I think Polly just fell back. I couldn't quite hear, but somebody leads Polly. Celestine surges over the midfield into King territory. Give him about 5 on the play, 2nd down. Norte Vista now on top of La Sierra, 12-7.
Oh, lost Novi back. Hey, we have people watching in Iowa tonight.
I love this. I love the state of Iowa. You know who's from Iowa?
No.
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson. Well, Melissa Stark, thank you for watching. Your grandson's playing tonight.
Dixon stops the forward progress at the 48-yard line. Everybody thinks, Johnny hails from Nebraska, but he was born in Iowa. Little known fact, Jeff. Grew up in Nebraska, went to high school in Nebraska, but he's an Iowa guy. Trey Gamble at the controls for Murrieta Mesa, 3rd down. Back to throw, setting up the screen to Celestine. Great job on the play call there. Gets up to the 41-yard line. 7-yard pickup, all you need for the 1st down.
Yeah, just dropped it over the top using that height. You see the rush coming? That's your relief right there. And look at the big wall. Look at the wall, Gazal.
3 big boys blocking down the field. That was big number 73, Asher Bancroft, the junior. Ultimately, Coach McGrath was telling me when he's done, he maybe could be best of the bunch. Definitely a college prospect on his way up. 1st and 10 from the 41 of King. Quickly to Celestine, incomplete. Trying to fling it out of the backfield, or fling it to him out of the backfield. Gamble's done a nice job getting the ball out of his hands, Jeff.
He's got a quick release, and he's not, you look at him, not super mobile. He's a pocket passer. He's usually taking 2 steps back. And
who does he remind you of? I got a high school comp for him.
You do?
Do you remember Cameron Payne from
I do remember,
Hillcrest?
yes.
Didn't he remind you a little bit of Cameron Payne?
A little bit of Cameron Payne.
2nd and 10. Gamble will run with it. Oh, nice move there. He's still on his feet. He'll slide down just short of the first down.
Well, he looked mobile there. He made me look bad, which I applaud.
I mean, he could have had more. Who's bearing in on him here? I get it. Yeah, he goes down. Clock moving here. 7-0 Rams. And they've really they've been playing that ball control here in the first half. Celestine up the middle will surge inside the 30. Kaleo Brown combining with Logan George on the tackle. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, this first half has flown by. Pretty clean game so far.
Yeah, moving the ball, running the ball. Both teams trying to control the line of scrimmage, kind of what we thought would happen. King defense was able to play around a turnover on a bad snap on a field goal attempt. Here's the give. Slashing up to the 10-yard line. That was Ritchie. Ritchie, a starter on defense. They bring him in, and he rumbles for about a 20-yard pickup.
That looked effortlessly. Look at this that's a great run. Big back.
Just pops on the outside. Here's Ritchie again up the middle, surging forward to about the 5-yard line.
That is a large man, that running back.
First quarter done at Zach Erb Stadium. Nordavista 12, La Sierra 7. Eagles putting up a fight.
And how much of a barn burner over there.
2nd and goal from the 5. Ritchie, again, Brown twists him down inside the 5 at about the 2. So Ritchie is taking the last 3 carries. You heard the man. 3rd and goal coming up for Murrieta Mesa. I would have to believe this is 4-down territory.
Of course it is.
2 cracks, under 2 minutes to play. Ritchie into the end zone. Touchdown, Murrieta Mesa. Daniel Ritchie, the junior, first trip to pay dirt on the season. Had 4 touchdowns last year and a 2-score game. And the Rams just chewing up clock. Ritchie, the 3-yard run at 1:09 of the second quarter. Krishan on to try the PAT. 1 for 1 in points after. He'll kick out of the hold of Michael Tran. No such luck on the bad snap for King this time, and he pumps it through, and it's 14-0 Murrieta Mesa. So the Rams playing some pretty good defense, Jeff.
A great drive there from the quarterback. I'm really impressed with him. He's really kind of taking control of this offense today. Controlled the tempo and done a great job in the air and on the ground. Here's a great run.
And they went right to the ground game. That was a nice job. They were able to bring Ritchie in, kind of the physical running back.
Mike Allstott looking.
Yeah, that's a good call. He chewed up the last 29 yards of that drive. So 94 yards rushing for the Rams. 91 yards passing, just 49 total yards for King right now with 1:09 left to play, but all 3 timeouts left for the Wolves. And from the 10-yard line, here's Robinson bringing it back. And he'll be stopped there. Just got over the 20-yard line. First man to him was Colton Johnson for Murrieta Mesa, and that's where King will start. They'll start from the 22-yard line. So they'll have 61 seconds. We mentioned they have 3 timeouts remaining, and you're right. You pointed it out. They're just going to load the box and see if Noah Cuenca can beat him.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're going to say, "Hey, we're going to take away your run. Let's see if your arms and your receivers can beat us."
And they're very comfortable. I think they like to vary their look. They seem real comfortable playing man on the outside. It's worked for them. 1st and 10 from the 23. Cuenca back, throws to Kahn. Kahn at the 30 will dance out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So a 15-yard pickup, a little bit of pitch and catch on that one. First reception for Kahn.
Kahn!
His family was here today as part of the senior night ceremonies.
Ricardo Montalban?
Yeah.
He was here?
Ricardo Montalban. From the 38, Cuenca under pressure. Morin chasing. Flings it to the outside. It's complete to Galvin at midfield. He'll step out of bounds. They'll mark him to the 48-yard line of Murrieta Mesa. Another 15-yard completion. So nice job so far running the 2-minute drill for Cuenca, although he has about a minute to go. Nice job by Galvin to step out of bounds and stop the clock. His 3rd reception for 40 yards. Cuenca throwing over the middle, nearly picked. Nice job. I think it was Hendricks. Hendricks with Kahn in coverage, 2nd and 10. Already 1 interception. That was by Ritchie. So he's had himself a game. Ritchie with an interception on one end and a touchdown on the other. Now, the King defense was able to play around that turnover. 40 seconds to play in the first half. The Wolves trying to get on the board. They will get the ball to start the second half. Cuenca. Here comes the blitz, and down he goes.
And a late flag coming in.
Maybe offside. Jason Godfrey is our white hat. Another look at it. Cuenca just kind of bailed out, so maybe he knew it was already on Murrieta Mesa. They're actually looking towards the Ram bench.
Yeah, they are.
Hard to miss Oscar McBride, head coach of Murrieta Mesa. Mentioned, played for Lou Holtz at Notre Dame, had a little bit of time in the NFL, was working as an investment banker when he got into coaching. Here's Jason Godfrey.
Wow, that's a big one.
So they'll accept the mark off. So they'll mark off the 10 yards. Cuenca looking down the field for Kahn, and it'll be intercepted. Hart picks it off at about the 30-yard line. 2nd pick thrown by Cuenca. So 25 seconds or thereabouts to go. They'll actually mark the interception to the 36-yard line. Riker Galvin, good presence of mind there. Oh, instead they will mark it to the 31.
3 timeouts left here for Murrieta Mesa as well.
So Coach McBride told me that it was the recession of 2007. The market crashed. He applied to coach the freshman at J. Sarah. And that was when Jim Hardigan was the head coach over there. And Hardigan called him back and said, "We've already filled the freshman job, but how'd you like to coach the O-line?" The rest, as they say, is history. Gamble to throw. Gamble being chased. He'll dump it off. Nearly picked. Complete to Murphy up to the 44-yard line. Gamble very light on his feet. First completion to Cooper Murphy. Another look at it. Just great awareness. Dixon's chasing him. He knows exactly where he is. Left-handed throw. Just floats it up for Murphy, the only man who can catch it. And 13 seconds to play in the first half. They'll stop the clock. And, to finish the story, he worked a little bit down there in Orange County. Then he was with Carnell Hunt for a year at Notre Dame with Rick Pontius.
Oh, that's right.
Things didn't work out there, and then eventually applied for the open job at Marietta Mesa. And it was interesting because another coach that applied for it was Coach Justin Evangelist, who is now the offensive coordinator. When Coach McBride got the job, Coach Evangelist called him. They talked a little bit. He brought him on as the running backs coach. And then last year, when Eric Torres left, he was their offensive coordinator to go coach at Garden City under Kyochi Harris. There was an opportunity, and Coach Evangelist slid into that position. First and 10. Here's Gamble thrown to the outside. Intercepted. Riker Galvin. Nobody in front of him. One man to beat. Pick six. Touchdown King at the death, as they say in the other football. As the clock winds down, the pick six by Riker Galvin on senior night.
What a great play there from Riker Galvin. Able to be heady enough to get the catch and then just get to that sideline. Wow, big play. And they get the ball back there, too.
I want to say that was about 60 yards bringing it back. Galvin with the pick six at the death. And here's the PAT from Akutagawa. Pending. And yes, Jeff, indeed, the Wolves will start with the ball in the second half. We got ourselves a ball game. Low snap. Kutagawa.
No good.
No good. Low. Another look at it.
PAT is no good, but that is still the end of
Gamble trying to get rid of it.
the game with a score.
And yes, 61-yard return on the pick six. And that's how we'll go to the half. Riker Galvin running it in on senior night. The band comes out. 14-7 at the half, Jeff. We got a ball game. Another look at it.
Yeah, but just the smarts to get outside is really key. And follow. I mean, that's just
Nice block by Kaleo
great
Brown.
block.
Please welcome to the field your Martin Luther King High School marching band and
Well, that's where we're at. 14-7 at the half here. Marietta Mesa leads King. Will step out. Band is on the field. We'll come back with more football for you. It's a big week here. 14-6. They missed the PAT. Rams 14, Wolves 6. Back with more football. The CIF on Riverside TV.
My daughter had an issue at school where another student on her campus, specifically in her class, said,
Live local. Help support your favorite businesses with the Shop Riverside Community Card. With over 200 Riverside businesses giving exclusive discounts and offers to community card holders, there's something for everyone. Participating organizations sell these cards for only $15 each, with $10 going straight back to the organization itself, making the Shop Riverside Community Card a fantastic way to support your favorite local group. For more information about the Shop Riverside Community Card and to find participating businesses, please visit shopriversidenow.com. And don't forget to live local. Shop Riverside.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
Athletics builds character, teamwork, physical fitness,
and shows what hard work can achieve.
And some of us can even earn a college scholarship or qualify for the Olympics.
but sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
Parents who lose their minds when we don't score aren't helping.
It can actually be super distracting.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
Even if you may not love the call.
Seeing and hearing people, belligerently be mean to you, it makes you not want to play anymore. It makes you just want to go sit on the sidelines and cry. Like, it's not fun.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
Hey, and enough with all the swearing.
Anger has no place here.
Thank you for being part of the change, and thank you for being there to lift us up.
Are you getting ready for your next adventure? The City of Riverside has got you covered. Our passport acceptance facility is open and ready to help you with getting your U.S. passport. Located at 3025 Madison Street in the Public Utilities Customer Resource Center, we're available to assist you by appointment Monday through Friday. Booking your appointment is easy. Just head to www.riversideca.gov/cityclerk/passport to schedule. And don't forget to check back frequently for updates on appointment availability due to cancellations. We can't wait to help you get one step closer to your next travel destination. To apply for a U.S. passport, first check out our helpful checklist. Then head over to travel.state.gov, the official website of the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Consular Affairs. You'll find all the information you need, including the application forms and instructions, acceptable forms of identification, passport fees, and processing times. Don't forget to complete Form DS-11 before your appointment and bring evidence of U.S. citizenship, a government-issued photo ID, and a 2x2-inch passport photo, or have our friendly staff take one for you. If your passport has been lost or stolen and you are applying for a replacement, you must also fill out Form DS-64 and bring it with you to your appointment if you haven't already reported it missing online or by mail. If you're under 16, you'll need to appear with both parents or legal guardians, and if you're aged 16 to 17, you'll need to appear with at least one parent or legal guardian. If you already have a valid passport and are eligible for renewal, you can only do that by mail, but the Passport Acceptance Facility will be more than happy to review your application at no cost. To find out if you are eligible to renew and begin the process, please visit the U.S. Department of State's website. Once you've gathered all the necessary documents, head to our acceptance facility at your appointment time and pay the required fees. There are two separate payments required: the passport fee, payable by check or money order, to the Department of State, and processing fees, payable to the City of Riverside by cash, check, or money order. Look over our handy passport checklist for the list of fees, and remember to thoroughly review the confirmation email we send you before your appointment date. Keep in mind that the application process can take several weeks, so it's best to apply well in advance of your travel plans. For appointments and information, visit riversideca.gov/cityclerk/passport. Good luck and happy travels!
I'm Cheech Marin, and we're inviting you to reserve your spot for the inaugural showing of Cheech Collects. So get your tickets today. We're looking for you.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department wants you to know how holidays affect your trash service. Trash pickup will not be available during major holidays and collection times will be adjusted in response. Residents with city trash service will see the following adjustments. For Monday holidays, your Monday collection will happen on Tuesday and Tuesday collections will occur on Wednesdays. For Thursday holidays, Thursday service will occur on Friday and Friday service on Saturday. For Friday holidays, your Friday service will occur on Saturday. Residents served by outside vendors will experience a one-day delay of service for each day after any holiday taking place Monday through Friday. And for more information about trash services, recycling, or bulky items, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks.
Hi, welcome to the Riverside Energy Resource Center. I'm Chuck Casey, the Utility Generation Manager. The Riverside Energy Resource Center consists of 4 large generators. They're 50 megawatts each. They're vital during summer peak periods and year-round when we need the power. Each year, we get special permission to take a preventive maintenance outage. We found a piece of metal missing from a rotating blade, which caused some subsequent damage, and it was prudent maintenance practices to repair that damage before we operated again. In the summer peak period, that can be very important. That power would have to be replaced with some other power, possibly external to the city or from a different source, likely sometimes not available at all. Doing this preventive maintenance paid off. We found the problem, we all worked together to get the unit removed, up to the repair facility, and back while power demands were low, so they can run their air conditioners and charge their electric vehicles. The Riverside Energy Resource Center has become more and more important each year. As we add more homes and more air conditioning load, more commercial industrial properties, having this large power plant within the boundaries of our electric system allows us to start the plant up during those peak demands to help the customers and greatly increase Riverside Public Utilities' reliability.
The Riverside Libraries have new hours and are now open on Sundays. Now you'll have more time to explore, study, and learn about the things that matter to you the most. The new hours for Arlington, Arlanza, Marcy, La Sierra, Orange Terrace, Eastside, and Casablanca libraries are Tuesday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., while the Downtown Main Library is open Tuesday to Thursday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Friday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. To find out more information about the new hours along with events and programs at the library nearest to you, visit riversideca.gov/library.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department provides high-quality trash and recycling services for our customers. Our convenient curbside trash collection services help promote a clean and healthy Riverside. But what do you do when you have items too big or heavy for your can? That's where our bulky item pickup service can help. Before you call for help with your bulky items, be aware that not all items are acceptable for our free curbside service. Furniture, tree trimmings that are properly bundled and no longer than 36 inches, water heaters, and other non-hazardous materials are fine for curbside pickup. Appliances containing Freon such as refrigerators, freezers, and room air conditioners may also be picked up curbside by separate appointment. Unacceptable items include hazardous waste, antifreeze, paints, filters, and tires. We also cannot pick up electronic waste such as computer monitors and televisions, or fluorescent bulbs and household batteries. Construction or demolition materials such as scrap wood, metal, concrete, doors, and drywall are also not accepted. These items may be dropped off in person for no cost at the Agua Mansa transfer station or at one of our Clean Up Riverside events. For more information and the current schedule for these drop-off events, please visit riversideca.gov/cleanupriverside or call 951-826-5311, your one-stop shop for city services. To schedule a bulky item pickup, first call your service provider for an appointment. On the day of your appointment, please make sure that your items are curbside by 5:30 a.m. You may have up to 5 items picked up at each service call. If you have an appliance containing Freon, please call the Appliance Recycling Center of America at 1-800-654-2722 for your free pickup appointment. RPU customers may even qualify for a rebate. Visit riversidepublicutilities.com for information on current residential rebate programs. To find out more about the City of Riverside trash services or our Clean Up Riverside events, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks.
Well, it all started basically with my son, Joshua Unger. He's severely autistic. He was aging out of the school district, and this was about when he was around 18, but the school district keeps you till you're 22. We're sitting at home one day and we're talking about, well, what are we going to do once he actually is out of the school district? And we thought about it really hard, and at that time we were doing some backyard gardening. And my son was very responsive to it. He enjoyed going out and planting the seeds and being in the soil and, harvesting the lettuce and going and, getting the carrots and the onions, and, he likes to cook too. And we thought, well, hey, what if we actually had some property to where we could have like a small farm that sells vegetables, and we can make a program where we can bring in others, a work program for people with these different disabilities. Ultimately, what we decided to do was just start looking in the Inland Empire area for a piece of property that would work for that. And, we found the Greenbelt. We try to implement as much organic material in the soil as possible. We're not using any pesticides or herbicides. We, have barn owl boxes. We have little birds' nests that we're planting so that they'll eat some of the bugs. And we also encourage predator bugs, like ladybugs. Our operation is at that point where we're turning a corner. With the high tunnels going up, we're going to be planting tomatoes in there. There's a lot of little things to maintain with tomatoes. We're kind of transitioning from a point where we were just focused on the small little corner of the property, kind of educating me. And then now that we have some systems in place that I feel are successful, we're going to expand that across the center part of the farm here, and we're going to be putting in a little farm stand that we can sell some of these vegetables with, and that will provide additional tasks for the workers with disabilities to fulfill. One of the ways that we reach out to people is on Facebook, and it's Gable Farms. Just Gable Farms, and you can search it in Riverside. And that's an easy way to find us.
Live local. Help support your favorite businesses with the Shop Riverside Community Card. With over 200 Riverside businesses giving exclusive discounts and offers to community card holders, there's something for everyone. Participating organizations sell these cards for only $15 each, with $10 going straight back to the organization itself, making the Shop Riverside Community Card a fantastic way to support your favorite local group. For more information about the Shop Riverside Community Card and to find participating businesses, please visit shopriversidenow.com. And don't forget to live local. Shop Riverside. Live local.
And good evening, everybody. My name is Pep Fernandez. I'm live out here at Colton High School. The Yellow Jackets taking on the Carter Lions for first place in the Skyline League. And right now we're tied at 14, very late in the second quarter. Here we are in week 9 of the high school football season, and there's a lot of important games taking place as teams could technically wrap up league titles tonight, or at least a share of a league championship, or maybe just simply improve their spot in terms of making the playoffs, finishing in the top 3 for an automatic spot. In the River Valley League, Ramona is up big on the road at Rubidoux right now at halftime. So the Rams with a win tonight would move to 9-0 overall, 4-0 in the River Valley League, and have at least a share of that River Valley League championship. They can win it outright next week. Of course, we got Norte Vista up on La Sierra, also here on Riverside TV, as the Braves look to lock up the second spot out of the RVL. So a lot on the line, including the game that you're watching right now. Murrieta Mesa and King, the Rams up 14-6 at halftime. Now, if Murrieta Mesa beats King, then the Rams control their own destiny. They win next week, and they are the outright Big West Lower champion. If King can come back and beat Murrieta Mesa, we could potentially have a three-way tie or at least a co-championship in the Big West Lower. So it's a lot of fun tonight. There's still a lot on the line here in week number 9. And, of course, the old Fun Belt, the Sun Belt League. There is so many moving parts right now in the Sun Belt League. Tonight on the Friday Night Pep Rally, we will have highlights of Riverside, Poly, and Valley View as they went down to the wire. If you have not seen the final score, I will not spoil it for you, but it was a great game that went down to the wire, and we have an interview with the winning head coach as well that we saved for the Friday Night Pep Rally. So again, I'm live at Colton High School. Shortly, I'll be back at the Riverside TV studio for the Friday Night Pep Rally tonight as we go live at 11 p.m. Guys, I'm going to toss it back to the Rams and the Kings here, King Wolves here live on Riverside TV.
The hardest working man in football. There he is, Pep Fernandez. You'll join him. You're pretty hard working too, Jeff Gorham. We're back with you at Van Buren and Wood, Martin Luther King High School. As Pep said, 14-6, Murrieta Mesa on top of King. We got 24 minutes of football to play alongside Jeff Gorham. My name's Ghazal Hassan as well, and a lot of moving parts, Jeffrey, and you'll be able to bring all those highlights and all the breakdowns to you, to the rest of us tonight at 11 p.m. on the Friday Night Pep Rally.
I'm excited about it. I'm starting to wake up a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go, the highlights.
Trey Gamble Jr., and they've not been able, beating King. They found a nice wrinkle with that screen. It's worked a couple of times, and the touchdown by Artion Celestine. King trying to come back, but the interception by Daniel Ritchie, and Ritchie brings it back, and he would factor into the game a little bit later. But the King defense is able to play around this turnover. Nice tackle there by Noah Cuenca, stopping the play. And then later, Ritchie will take it in. He actually took it the last 29 yards of this drive on 4 carries to make it 14-0. King trying to get something going. They had 3 timeouts left. Another interception by Keon Hendricks. Hendricks pulls it down to give another shot with about a minute to play. And then Trey Gamble Jr. hit as he throws and picked off by Riker Galvin, and he does the rest. A 61-yard interception return, the pick 6, if you will, by Riker Galvin on senior night. The senior Galvin jumping with joy as he gets into the end zone, and the PAT was missed. But now King gets the ball to start the second half. They have an opportunity to pull even with Murrieta Mesa. And as Pep was talking about, both teams here control their own path. If King can win tonight and next week against Great Oak, they would be the champions. If the Rams can win tonight, I think they wrap up against Santiago. They can win both. They're the champions of the Big West Lower.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a 3-way tie after tonight if King can somehow come back here and get the victory.
Galvin deep along with Robinson. Robinson from the 5. Brian Robinson accelerates over the 30 and tackled at the 40-yard line. That was the kicker, Alex Creshan. So Creshan with the tackle and about a 35-yard return, 34 call it, to the 39-yard line. Kickers making tackles.
I love it when kickers make tackles, but Robinson, what a big-time play. He's played pretty well so far tonight. I thought he's done well in the first half. He was a big spark plug for King.
89 yards of offense for King in the first half compared to 189 yards of offense for Murrieta Mesa in the first half. And Cuenca back at the controls.
Oh.
The give up the middle, and down goes Villarreal. Busting through there is the big fella, Elijah Laval, the senior out of Utah, transferred. Loss of a couple of yards on that play for Villarreal. Villarreal in the first half had 26 yards on 4 carries for the Wolves, and second down coming up. Defense has really dug in for Murrieta Mesa. We talked about it. They're just loading the box and just playing man on the outside, and it's been fairly effective. Second and 12, the handoff to Villarreal. He'll break the first wave to the second level, and it'll be upended at about the 45-yard line. Making the tackle, Nathan Wiederman, the Marietta Valley transfer, the cornerback.
Villarreal looks like he almost has one of those safety helmets on. I love it.
Like the safety dance?
The safety dance.
Men without hats, but he's got a hat.
He does have it. It's a big hat. It's like a light bulb.
Line to get is the 49, so call it 3rd and 3. Galvin split to the far side. Kahn to the near side. Villarreal into the teeth of the defense won't get much. Maybe the 45. 4th down. Casillas had a nose in there for Marietta Mesa. Lucas Akutagawa will kick it away. So nice job by Marietta Mesa stopping King on that initial drive as the Wolves got the ball after the pick 6. Coach McBride went in there and said, guys, we need to settle down, stop him, get the ball back, and everything's back to even.
The fake.
Akutagawa's going to have it. 1st down and more. I'm sorry, that was Connor Cuba on the fake. Cuba with a 21-yard run on the fake punt. Jason McMains. Akutagawa completes it to Cuba. Akutagawa with the pass, Cuba with the catch. And 1st and 10, they got things going through the Wolves.
That's a huge play momentum-wise.
So actually call it a 30-yard pass play to the 25-yard line of Marietta Mesa. Cuenca to the outside. Galvin, did he catch it? They say he did. Got his hands underneath it to the 20-yard line. So Galvin's 4th catch, 45 yards on the evening. You always told me Jason McMains is shifty.
He is shifty. He used to, remember when he was the offensive coordinator at Notre Dame, he would always run all kinds of fun plays on offense.
It is interesting. Both these coaches have pads through Notre Dame of Riverside. McMains there under Aaron Huerta, and Coach McBride there under Carnell Hunt. 2nd down. Misdirection. Here's Galvin trying to get outside. Moore in there to stop him. And a big loss back to about the 30-yard line. Noah Jenkins stepping up, making the play. 29-yard line looks like they'll mark it. That's a 9-yard loss for Galvin.
Yeah, Norte Vista now up 34-7 right before half over La Sierra.
So they're actually going to bark it back.
Yeah, I think he said his knee was down.
Yeah. Oh, the knee went down before he kind of restarted. Yeah. So back to the 31, an 11-yard loss. And again, we talked with Jason McMains before the game and talking about plays just like that. Cuenca. Intercepted. That's Hendricks. Hendricks from the 30. Got a lot of room. And Brian Robinson finally slows him up enough to where he steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line of King. So a 25-yard interception return by Keon Hendricks. 3rd pick thrown by Noah Cuenca. And so after the fake punt, 35-yard interception return. Hendricks with the pick. 2nd pick for Hendricks. And Coach McBride was telling me, hey, he's playing real well, just a sophomore. And he's big in terms of our depth. Had him playing a little offense, too. One of those guys, a little bit like Riker Galvin. You kind of play him on both sides. Doesn't need to play every snap, but can be effective. From the 45, heavy package in for the Rams and a timeout. No, it's going to be a false start. So 3rd penalty on Marietta Mesa, the 1st here in the second half.
And they're going back to Richie. We saw what he did at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
They decided to go with the bigger back here.
When I was talking to Oscar McBride about, hey, the offense there, and he said, we kind of like to call it a power spread. So 1st and 15. Here's Ritchie right up the middle. They might have found the equation pounding up to about the 42-yard line. 8 yards for Ritchie. He's got 37 yards on 5 carries. So 2nd and about 7. And just those big boys just firing off on the inside.
This is where that big offensive line.
Man, they've bought in extra guys up front. They bought in Morin. They bought in Casillas. They're just going heavy. Another flag in on the play. I mean, in addition to their regular offensive line, you got Ritchie, the big boy. You got Morin, the defensive tackle, starting there. You got Casillas also in there.
So a couple false starts trying to go tempo here. It's kind of hard to get everybody in rhythm. It's like being a New York City Rockette. Got to be in unison when you bust out of that huddle. Up here they go again.
2nd down. Ritchie veering right. Kaleo Brown's the first man to meet him. He'll get couple maybe to the 45-yard line. They have the lead, the Rams. They'll be content to just shove the pile forward and kill the clock. So 3rd down coming up. Line to gain is the 30, just inside the 35, so call it 3rd and 10. Now the regular offense back out there for offensive coordinator Justin Evangelist. Murphy to the top of the formation. In the far slot, Bill Pondo. Here comes Hendricks in motion. Play action. Gamble stepping up. Now he pulls it down, trying to get around the outside. And Cuba will finally escort him out very close to the 1st down.
Well, they're going to call a hold here, I think. Let's see.
Jason Godfrey will explain it all to us. Illegal use of hands.
That's what that was, yes.
So already the 3rd penalty on the Rams here in the second half. They were only flagged 3 times altogether in the first half. They'll move it back 10 more. Rams come in 3-0 in Big West Upper play. They're 4-4 overall. Trips formation to the far side. Franklin split to the near side.
All kinds of shenanigans going on here with the offense of Mesa right now.
I mean, listen, King been shooting themselves in the foot. Perhaps Oscar McBride, being a generous guy, just wants to return the favor.
He said this game is going too fast.
3rd down from the 40 of Marietta Mesa. Gamble play action. Here comes Dixon. Escapes, does Gamble. Looks to the near side, trying to get it to Celestine, but Brown there on the coverage just burns the down. So a nice stand by the King defense. Chavez Robinson's crew gets off the field. The punt team comes out for the Rams.
And King could get themselves in pretty good position here on the punt.
Omar Fajardo is the punter. He's also a tight end for Marietta Mesa. Talking with Coach McBride, who played tight end for Lou Holtz at Notre Dame. He's like, I'd like to get the tight ends in there. He mentioned Fajardo. As far as I know, no relation to Louis Fajardo. Here's the kick. Kind of a line drive kick. Will be picked up at a 30-yard line. Fielded by Riker Galvin will get about 3 yards on it. So 30-yard kick and maybe a 4-yard return. And that's where King will start it off, trailing 14-6. 4:40 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Land in the Big West. The Big West lower. Alongside the Hall of Famer Jeff Gore. My name's Ghazal Hassan, back with you as always. Having fun on a Friday night.
I love it. Week 9, though. Like I said, it's hard to believe we've been here We've covered 10 games so far.
1st and 10 from the 39. And just loaded box. Little pinball. The ball on the turf going to be recovered by Murrieta Mesa. No, looks like the big fella fell on it. Luke McCray looks like he picked it up. I'm sorry, that wasn't McCray. That was Nathaniel Johnson covering it, the left tackle.
Nathaniel Johnson, a very big fella.
So there's the pinball, and that ball's loose. Looked like that ball that should be a loose. That should be a fumble, but they blew it dead, and a 2-yard pickup on the run for Brian Robinson. 2nd down and 8. Line is the 41. Cuenca. Kahn goes up and gets it, and Hart immediately drags him down, very close to a first down. The way they mark it, they'll move the sticks.
Yeah, Kahn just went up and grabbed it. That was a great catch.
2nd catch for Kahn. He has 24 yards receiving. Gets to midfield. Bracket coverage there. And Hendricks also in on the hit for Murrieta Mesa. We under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. 14-6 Rams. Cuenca starting to find some answers. Both teams have had opportunities. Razzle dazzle. Kahn going to throw down the field. He's got a man. Oh, what a play. Had Galvin, but I think that was racing over was Will Height, the sophomore. The transfer from Rancho Christian knocks it away. Had a big game last week against Corona.
What a great play, though.
Remember, Kahn played quarterback first couple of games of the year, and Will Height just knocks it away from Galvin. Little razzle-dazzle from Jason McMains.
So Ramona up at the end of the third, 28-0.
They're at Rubidoux, correct?
At Rubidoux, yes.
2nd and 10. Villarreal going to go down. Casillas gets in there. False start on King. So back it off 5 more on the Wolves. That's their first penalty here on the second half. I mentioned you're a Hall of Famer.
I am.
At Ramona.
Yes.
And the Rams leading Rubidoux. So I was going to say, if they can hold on, Jeff, that's 15 straight wins for Mashinsky.
That's a pretty good streak.
He's got a state championship, a 15-game. If he keeps winning, he's going to be impossible to live with, Jeff. I know you and he are social. 2nd and 15. No. Coach Mush, very nice man.
Good for him and good for the Rams.
Cuenca getting chased, and down he goes, Steven Stiles. There's something happening here, and Stiles, the converted running back, bursts through and drops him at the 31-yard line, so a 14-yard loss on the play.
They were being generous by giving him another couple of yards there. Man.
Jailbreak. Talk about a jailbreak. Another look at it. Usually there's blitz protection, and Stiles just shrugs it away. And it's like the old meet me at the quarterback. Laval and Stiles meet at the quarterback for Murrieta Mesa.
Man, Stiles has been all over every part of this field today.
Reminds me of the old New York Giants. George Martin would look at Lawrence Taylor and say, I'm going to go meet the quarterback. And LT will tell him, I'll meet you there. 3rd down. Cuenca over the middle. Kahn goes up incomplete on the coverage. Is Derek Hart for Murrieta Mesa. Great one-on-one matchup. And that's what happens when you're comfortable playing man and you're loading the box. Everything working for the Rams right now, Jeff.
It is. And I'll tell you what, though, the effort here by Kahn is pretty darn good there.
Good matchup.
Great matchup.
Kahn trying to, basically go up and do the jump ball thing and couldn't quite bring it down. Hart, ball hawk, plays on both sides of the ball. Couple of these guys talking to Coach McBride, and he would know, obviously. The punt on the ground, recovered by Murrieta Mesa. How about Celestine playing on the punt team, recovers the bad snap at the 24, Very advantageous field position for the Rams.
And special teams, once again, coming into play.
We saw the Hillcrest game against Poly last week kind of flip on a play. I mean, Akutagawa basically didn't field it. Not his fault. It was a low snap. And then the ball hawk getting to it, Celestine getting to the football, but had a punter who just needed to kick the ball out of the end zone last week, couldn't do it. Special teams are big. 1st and 10 from the 24, so the King defense has played around 1 turnover. This degree of difficulty a little bit higher. 1st and 10 from the 24. Play action. Murphy trying to get the angle. Nice job by George, but breaks through. He'll get inside the 20 to about the 18. Good effort there by Cooper Murphy.
Logan Turner looks like he hurt his ankle. He's down for King.
George does a nice job here, then waits for help to show up, and it's Turner, can't quite finish on the tackle, and Riker Galvin cleans it up. And then you said Turner went down. Talking about Cooper Murphy, when I was talking to Oscar McBride, he said, he's like our Swiss Army knife, does it all. And he actually basically said just his growth over the last couple of years, he's grown into a guy that could potentially play on Saturdays. He's also their long snapper.
Oh, those guys are super important.
I mean, value in terms of when you move up to the next level.
Easiest way to get a scholarship.
They're always looking for long snappers.
There's still hope for us, Cazal.
It's like they have those kicker academies. You should start a long snapper academy out there in Menifee.
I should.
Long snappers, you show up in the morning, Jeff's cooks your pancakes, and then you just long snap in your lawn all day.
That's it.
And college coaches come out.
They come over to my house. They can sit. We can do it in my backyard.
Yeah,
by the pool.
And then afterwards, you grill up some dogs and go sit in the pool. So Logan Turner, good to see him coming off under his own power. He's limping a little bit, but we'll come to the sideline. Nothing serious as we'll resume action. 2nd down and 5 coming up after the run by Murphy.
The players are ready to go. The referees are over there having a quorum. Come on, refs.
Call it the 19. Celestine down to the 16-yard line. Was that Richie? I didn't even see Richie on the field. Oh, there he is. Actually, it's not Richie. That was actually Landon Buchel. So Buchel carries that one. 3rd down coming up. So Celestine and Buchel are the
Let's see if they're going to
setbacks.
Call a timeout here. Nope. A lot of time here.
This is Celestine slithering inside the 15. Should have the 1st down.
And there's a flag
comes in.
I heard oohs and ahs. I didn't see that, but something happened. Maybe we see here on the replay.
Jason Godfrey will tell us what's going on.
Come on, Jason.
Face mask against King. So give it half the distance. Another look.
So 1st down. So we got 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
1st down. Hart split out to the far side. Interesting formation here. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. 14-6, Rams lead the Wolves after 36 minutes. 4th quarter getting to go, and this is big right here. I mean, Obviously, if you're King, you don't want the touchdown.
You can't give up the touchdown. You know, you've put up 6, and it was the last play of the first half. There has not been much offense from King tonight.
I mean, and to me, you give credit to Marietta Mesa. They've played well, but, you know, like Jason McMains was telling us before the game, you know, we're shooting ourselves in the foot a lot, and they've done it today.
Yeah, they've done it a couple times today. I mean, they've thrown the ball away 3 times. They've had some special teams mistakes.
3 picks, the missed PAT, the bad snap on the punt, a couple bad snaps.
And Mesa really has taken away the run game from King.
I mean, the momentum happened when they made the play on the fake punt.
Yes.
They needed to get points out of that, whether it be 3 or whether it be 7. You know, because in essence, this is a playoff level game here, or playoff implication type game. So, Buchel and Celestine are the 2 setbacks. Celestine running right. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a flag on the play. Touchdown Rams. A 10-yard run by Artion Celestine. Let's hold off, though. Let's see what the call is.
And it's going to get brought back.
So the 5th penalty here in the second half on Marietta Mesa. They've been penalized 8 times overall. 75 yards compared to 3 for 35 yards for King. So first play of the fourth quarter, a holding penalty will bring it back. They'll move it back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 20. Here's the look. There it is.
Yep.
Kaleo Brown getting bear hug there by Colin Vitti. Now listen, I don't blame him. He's been matched up with Andrew Dixon all night. Very good offensive line for the Rams. Vitti, Bancroft, Ramirez, Escalera, and Rotnick. And they're all back next year. 1st and goal from the 20. Celestine will try it again. They'll string him out, but he jukes back inside. Kaleo Brown has him around the ankles, but he'll still fall forward for a couple of yards. He'll get to about the 14-yard line. 6 more yards for Artion Celestine.
Playing smart football here, though. I mean, they're keeping it on the ground.
Yeah.
It's 4th quarter.
Matthew Zubietta finally cleans that one up. 2nd and goal from the 13. They got that play again. Here's Celestine to the pylon. Touchdown. Marietta Mesa puts it into the end zone. They convert the turnover into a touchdown. 13-yard swing pass. 2nd touchdown pass of the evening for Trey Gamble Jr. and Celestine, his 2nd trip to pay dirt. 4th reception. So he has 2 receiving touchdowns. PAT. Krishan on to try the PAT. Swings the leg, and it's through and true. 21-6. Another look at the touchdown, and they've had real success with that. That wasn't the traditional screen. That was kind of more like a wheel-style route out of the backfield.
Yeah, just kind of throws it, just
little swing pass.
Yeah.
Just gets there. Not a bad day at the office for Mr. Celestine. 12 carries, 59 yards, 4 receptions on the game for 47 yards and 2 touchdowns. That screen has been big for them, that little throw out of the backfield. Gained yards on it every single time, and they lead this one 21-6. Now, here's the one thing about King. Their special teams are very good. We've seen big returns from both Robinson and Kahn. And they're the ones that are back. I'm sorry, with Galvin and Kahn, they're both the ones that are back.
We talked about in the open, King has to score points. They just haven't been able to find the end zone tonight at all, except for that just the last play, that first half.
They did have a pretty good fourth quarter. against Temecula Valley. Let's see what they do. Here's Kahn from the 6. Trying to get up the middle, but a nice job by the Rams. He'll climb up to about the 24-yard line. 19-yard return for Derek Kahn. And they've done a good job on Kahn. He's caught 2 balls, Jeff. It's for 24 yards. And the biggest play of the game might have been on that flea flicker.
Yes.
Where Hendricks knocked the ball away from Riker Galvin. I'm sorry, it wasn't. It was, I think it was Wiederman that came over and knocked it away. Cuenca to throw the completion to Riker Galvin up to the 25, so maybe a yard on the play. Nose around the tackle, Deshaun Reed. We haven't called his name yet. Reed, the senior linebacker. Big game player for Oscar McBride.
Kahn looks like he might be cramping up.
Galvin's 4th catch. Final from Rubidukes. 15 straight wins for Ken Mashinsky and the Rams, 28-8. How insufferable is Coach Mush going to be now?
Man, he's going to get called up to coach the Patriots next year. But man, they're 28-8. They said the score was. How's that game over with already? For gosh sakes!
Yeah, Rubidoux, all they do is run the ball, and probably they were up 28-0 at the half. Probably just hand the ball to Sincere. Cuenca to throw, 2nd down, complete to Juarez. Juarez over the 35, brought down to the 38. Sticks move up. Juarez with the catch. Kanoa Ching on the tackle. Good to see him back. Broke his thumb early in the year, and now his first game back. And Coach McBride very high on him.
Looks like it was a 15-yard play, and so getting the chain gang set up. So we've got 1st and 10 King from the 39-yard line.
So they marked the 39-yard line. First and 10. Cuenca, Juarez pushed out of bounds at about the 48, very close to a first down, about a 9-yard completion.
You're starting to hear the crowd kind of get into this.
Last week, it was a furious rally in the 4th quarter. They were down 2 touchdowns against Temecula Valley.
Do we have a score on the Dodger game?
It's funny. I got a text about the Dodger game from our good friend John Ramey, but I think it looks like it's still 2-2. Cuenca goes down. Casillas bursting through there was among the rushers for Murrieta Mesa. Ball all the way back to the 41.
Oh, my golly. It's over. Freddie Freeman did hit a walk-off. They won 6-3 over New York.
Complete to Derek Kahn. See where they mark it. They're going to mark it up to the 45-yard line.
I mean, they're getting plays here, but Mesa is all over them.
We have a final score on the game in the 10th inning. The Yankees picked up 1 run, but the Dodgers got 4.
3rd down. Looking for Juarez, making the play Wiederman. 4th down.
Wiederman nearly got that 4th pick of the day off of Cuenca there as he jumped the route pretty good on that play.
So Dodgers take game 1 6-3.
A grand slam.
Freddie Freeman, the salami. Yankees scored in the top of the 10th, and a bases loaded for Freeman. So long, baby, goodbye. It's 6-3, 1-0. Or 1-0. The Dodgers lead the series.
Do they play again tomorrow, too?
They do. Little swing gate action. Akutagawa, again a low snap. Rugby style, he'll kick it away. From the 23 up to the 25-yard line. So a 32-yard kick, about a 3-yard return. Up to the 26.
Let's see if Mesa tries to just kind of run this clock out here.
Wiederman with the return, and 1st and 10 from the 26 for Murrieta Mesa. And they've done a nice job of kind of chewing this clock, Jeff. So for the Wolves, need to force some kind of turnover here. Gamble's done a nice job managing. I mean, he's thrown for a few yards as well. Just threw 10 passes last week for 174 yards and 3 touchdowns and a 70-0 win against Corona. Celestine finds some space. Here he goes. Burke trailing. Picking him up, putting him down. He will not stop. Touchdown, Murrieta Mesa. 73-yard run for Artion Celestine. And that could be the coup de grace, Jeff Gorham.
Wow. I mean, that was just a great play from scrimmage. And I'm just going to think it's equating. That offensive line has been pounding all night on
Yeah, no,
King.
Definitely cumulative effects. The big boys up front for Murrieta Mesa all night. They've been doing the job, Jeff. Controlling the clock, controlling the line of scrimmage. And that's what both coaches said to me in terms of the stakes of this one. Krishan on for the PAT. The right leg swings. And it's 28-3 Rams. Oh, nice little spin. And then once he's to the open field, gets the ball in the outside hand, and there he goes. And those are, Con, Burke, those are fast guys. Dixon along with him. Celestine, though, faster than all of them running downhill.
Here's the drive. Oh, that's just the same play. Like you said, a great spin move. And it's all up to just the skilled guys of King in the secondary to try to stop him, and not much you can do there.
I was talking with Oscar McBride about Celestine. He said, listen, all he needs is a crease. He got a crease there, and you saw what he can do. I mean, not a big guy. Like physically, looks similar to Sincere Tolbert.
Yeah,
I'm guessing they're about the same size.
Not a huge guy.
Yeah. Sincere Tolbert, of course, plays for Ramona. Watched him kind of blossom over the last couple of years. So 7:55 to play in this one. Krishan kicks it away for the Rams. Suplex down at about the 20-yard line. Deshaun Reed makes the tackle for the Rams. Derek Kahn on the return. Let's see what they got up their sleeves here, Jeff. Another look at the return.
Kahn's going to be angry at this after this play right here. After the suplex, it's the wrath. They're going to face the wrath of Kahn.
Here's the give to Robinson. Runs right into the hands of Cody Morin. Loses a yard on the play. Nothing complicated, Jeff. Very simple what the defense is doing. Your buddy Rick Ponches, he's just loading the box.
That's all he's doing. He said, hey, we're going to make them. If they're going to beat us, they're going to beat us through the air. They're not going to beat us on the ground. And they've taken away that entire
when we talked about the O-line for Murrieta Mesa, they're playing a 3-man front for the most part. They'll bring in Laval for that 4th man, but they've really been doing a nice job at the point of attack. Cuenca deflected, He was looking for Robinson out of the backfield, kind of a taste of Marietta Mesa's own medicine. They were getting the ball out of the backfield to Celestine, trying to get the ball to Robinson, incomplete, third down.
Yeah, look at this on this play. Like you said, they're putting 3 in the box, but they're going on that left side of the line. They're really showing blitz. Really putting pressure on Cuenca here.
Well, that's what it is, right? If you can get pressure with 3 or 4 and don't have to bring any blitzers.
They only have 1 down on his hands.
To the outside, complete to Kahn up to the 30-yard line. He's flung down. Wiederman making the tackle. So about just in front of the 30, gets the first down. So move the sticks. Kahn with his 4th reception. It's a good learning experience for the Wolves here because playing a tough defense like Marietta Mesa, they'll figure some things out. First down, here's the throw. Kahn goes up and gets it. He'll move the sticks again up to the 43-yard line. 13 more yards on that connection.
I told you. They're facing his wrath. He's the only guy playing right now. He's really been, hopefully he's not hurt. I think he might be hurt.
A little bit slow to get up. Remember, had that injury earlier this year. Missed a couple of games for the Wolves.
I want to get one of those cool sweatshirts. Look at these sweatshirts, Cazal. They're sparkly.
We could try.
I get beat. I was in my youth. I was a bedazzler. I could bedazzle anything. I'm gonna get you a bedazzled Riverside TV hat or a shirt. You'd look good in gems.
Maybe next year for the Jackets we'll get them bedazzled. Well, thanks for joining us. Fourth quarter here, 6:23 to play, and looks like the Rams are clearing the path to a league title. The last time King won a league title, 2005, they won the Ivy.
Who was the coach?
Darren Evans? Is that what his name is?
I don't
Darren
know.
something. I forget the last name.
Here at King?
Yeah. It was the year before Mush.
Oh.
They went 5-0 in the Ivy.
That was pre-Mush.
Pre-Mush. How about Ramona, 9-0? They've now won 15 straight.
Because they cheat.
You're the Ramona alum. I'm going to leave that alone.
No, they don't. Mush does a great job. I love the Rams. They've got, Cody Shiner. How good has he been this year?
Cuenca. Complete to Duran up to midfield, about a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, Shiner comes out of nowhere, becomes Mr. Quarterback. He was responsible for, I think, 5 touchdowns last week.
He came out of nowhere. He competed for
he
the
wasn't
job
a
last
quarterback,
year
so that's coming out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere to be the QB.
Well, he was the backup last year.
Yeah, but he didn't have to play very much.
No, at all. 6-yard pickup. Jacob Duran, his first game back, he had a 50-yard touchdown catch last year in the game against Marietta Valley. Second down, looking for Robinson, incomplete. Reed on the coverage for the Rams. Third down. But your buddy had him on the Inland Sports Show. Pep Fernandez had Cody Shiner on the show.
He did?
Yeah. I figured you'd know. I figured you'd arranged it.
I would know. I'm more impressed with Cody's brother.
Long snapper.
You don't watch it for the quarterback. You watch it for the long snapper.
Kahn to the far side, Juarez to the near side, Duran in the far slot. Third down and about 4. Juarez sits down, gets the first down. Wiederman brings him down. So third catch for Juarez. Sticks move up, 1st and 10. Line is the 45 of Marietta Mesa. Now the clock becoming a factor here. Here comes Casillas. And down goes Cuenca. Casillas came in with 4.5 sacks. That's at least his. I think he had one more earlier in the first half. And Casillas, all CIF guy last year, and timeout called by Jason McMains. Another look at it. Unabated to the quarterback.
So we're at 2nd and 21.
He had 2 sacks in the game last year, which Marietta Mesa won 31-14. 4:59 to go here in this one. Well, if you're King now, we talked about last week, got to pick yourself up off the mat. Now you got to go play Great Oak on the road next week. Got to be ready for that one.
And Great Oak, man, they're no joke. Sometimes they're great. I mean, Norte Vista took them, beat them at their place, but Great Oak, one of those teams.
Listen, at their place, playoff spot on the line, they're going to bring their best.
They have the best.
King will bring their best too.
But playing in front of that crowd, it's a different experience.
Big West lower. And Marietta Mesa, if they can go take care of Santiago next week, they will be the champions.
And like you said, they've got even a brighter future coming up. All these young guys.
All these young guys. Coach McBride in his 3rd year, they went to the semifinals last year in D6. They'd like to get further this year. 2nd down. Cuenca finds Robinson, 1st down and more. Robinson. One man to beat. He'll get to the pylon. Touchdown, King. 56-yard catch and run, Brian Robinson. Robinson's first reception. That's kind of what Marietta Mesa's been doing. They're getting the ball out of the backfield to Celestine. Return the favor, do the Wolves, and they go to Pater, Akutagawa on to try the extra point. And that one is true. It'll be 28-13. So the quick strike by King.
So with 4 minutes, 47 seconds left in the game.
That's just a great run. Great run. Doesn't get pushed out of bounds.
They've done a nice job on Robinson in terms of on the ground, so they get him the ball out of the backfield in the passing game. And let's see what Jason McBain's doing here. Will he kick it or will he try the onside here? 2 timeouts left for King, 3 left for Marietta Mesa.
So Norte Vista up 34-7 going into the 4th quarter.
Here's the onside.
And it goes.
Didn't go 10 yards.
No, it did not.
Kickoff goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
It went about 4 yards, 5 yards.
So Novi, 34-7?
Yes. Start of the 4th.
Yeah, they just had the one stumble against Ramona. Norte Vista, they're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, they could be 9-1, and right now I think they sit atop your rankings in Division 9, ranked number 1. Is that what that was?
They're at the top. They're at the top, like 1 or 2, either 1 seed or the 2 seed.
So the Rams take over at the.
So Marietta Mesa will elect to take it where the ball went out of bounds. So it was just about a 4-yard kick, and that's where the Rams will begin. Right up the middle, Celestine. Pushed out of bounds by Kahn. He'll get to about the 12-yard line. 27 more yards for Celestine.
Celestine's getting better and better as the game is going. No wear and tear on that young man.
165 yards for Celestine on 15 carries. Obviously includes that big 73-yard run. And, these are short tacklers he's bouncing off of. That's what's impressive. Kaleo Brown, pretty short-handed tackler. He rolled through him. Marked to the 13-yard line. Franklin split to the far side. Celestine slithering inside the 10. 4 more yards to the 9-yard line. Clock continues to run. They marked it actually to the 10, so second down coming up.
And they're set to just let this kind of run down as much as they possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Rams are going to run as much play clock as they can before every play. Dylan Mendez split out to the top of the screen. Here's the give to Celestine and ridden down by Kaleo Brown. No gain on that play.
Ball rolled out.
Ball carrier was brought down by number 6, Kaleo Brown. Ball was fumbled out of bounds, so that brings up third and about 6 from the 10-yard line.
That was just a great strip by Brown there. What can Brown do for you?
If a Wolf was able to pounce on that, it might have turned things a little bit. As it stands, it'll be third down. Donovan Hankins split to the near side for Murrieta Mesa. Ball on the turf, and Gamble will just fall on it. Back at about the 16.
Ball's fumbled, recovered by the Rams.
So fourth down, here comes the field goal team.
So the ball comes back to what looks like the 16-yard line.
Another look at it. We've had bad snaps on both sides. That one wasn't a bad snap, just kind of missed his hand. And so clock ticking down to 2 minutes. Krishan will try a field goal. It'll look like it'll be about 33 yards, 34-yard kick. He's hit a 43-yarder on the season.
Oh, so they call timeout.
The Rams will call timeout here with 2:06 to play in the fourth quarter. Looks like they're on their way to wrapping up a 4-0 start in league play. Third straight win against King. When the Big 8 and the Southwestern League merged to become the Big West, it was a little bit of a jumble. Some shifting went around, and Murrieta Mesa went from being in the Southwestern to being in the Big West lower with King. Now, what's the idea here is they will move the teams according to competitive equity every couple of years?
That's what,
is that what it is? Another touchdown for Norte Vista.
Norte Vista up big.
So here comes the attempt from 33 yards away. High snap. And it's blocked. That's a live football. Still on the ground. Recovered by Murrieta Mesa. So a block kick could have given King some life. Either way, the Wolves get the football with 1:59 to play here in the fourth quarter.
So the field goal was deflected. Eventually,
We talk about special teams.
That is all. It seems like all these games are based on. It comes down to special teams.
Another look at. Let's see who got it.
with 1:59 left in the game.
Is that Dixon?
No, of course not.
That was,
Riker
Galvin.
Riker Galvin has had himself a game.
Juarez with the reception up to the 42-yard line. King will go quickly. Juarez now has caught 4 passes on the night. Second down. Cuenca, here comes pressure, stepping up. And down he goes. Elijah Laval is an interesting story, a transfer from Utah. And they can move him around. He can play some edge, can play inside, can play outside. Timeout called by King. It'll bring up a third down. Morin was the first man in there, kind of forced him to the outside. It was Hillcrest and Rancho Christian, right?
Oh, that's right. So,
about 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Rancho Christian 20, Hillcrest 14.
Close one.
Didn't get a chance to talk to Travis Carter this week. Not sure did Matthew Ramos is he's back in the lineup. They were missing a couple guys last week.
They missed. Didn't have Vences.
Alfredo Vences or Matthew Ramos.
Ramos,
quarterback and running back. That would seem to be important.
That kind of helps. If you don't have your quarterback or your running back, usually your guys to score for you.
Third down. So minute 29 remaining in this one. King trying to see if they can muster a little bit of resistance. Murrieta Mesa, I mean, to be fair, they've kind of dominated this one. Morin on the rush. And everybody was in there. Kanoya Ching came in, and he just had to get rid of it. So fourth down. Clock stops on the incompletion. And now they're just pinning their ears back because they know that King's got to throw the football. Just lining up, 4-man front and going after him.
Yeah, they're bringing everybody.
Yeah. Jailbreak. Cuenca finds Juarez, and he can't hold on. Nathan Wiederman on the coverage. Ball over on downs to Murrieta Mesa.
First and 10, Murrieta Mesa from the King High School 40-yard line.
Had to get rid of it. Looked like Juarez was going to reel it in, but nice job by Wiederman being right there. Oscar McBride told me, hey, I like my secondary. I got about 5 or 6 guys I can cycle through. We've seen Will Height. We've seen Wiederman. Hendricks has played back there. Derek Hart has made a play back there. Richie has made a play, had an interception. Hendricks had 2. I mean, all around, great defensive effort by the Rams.
Oh, they have really been on top of the football tonight defensively. Their game plan was set to take away the run of King. They did that, forcing King to try to throw it.
Gamble will just take the snap and take a knee. And congratulations, the Rams going to go to 4-0 in league play and back to the drawing board for Jason McMahon. So it's like going to Vegas next Friday, right? It's weird because normally they'll play Thursday. We were talking about that with Coach, and it's a Friday game on the road for them. Normally the Big 8 and the Southwestern would play that final league game on Thursday.
It's Halloween.
But, yeah, that's what he was saying.
His kids got to go out and go trick-or-treating.
So Poly now playing Friday instead of Thursday. And the teams start to walk off. Murrieta Mesa with the win here, 28-13 over King. Third straight win for the Rams over the Wolves. And the picture starting to take shape in the Big West lower. Murrieta Mesa controls their path. If they win next week, they are the league champions.
Yeah, and talking about, early on in the year, we had said, you expected big things being in the D6 semifinals last year. But, like I said, they played a tough schedule. Yeah. And now they're kind of starting to get in the groove of their own. And
I mean, they went 1-4. I think the team they beat was Valencia, and Valencia is pretty good.
Yes.
So and that's how Coach McBride played for Lou Holtz at Notre Dame, believes in all that stuff, and your buddy Rick Pontius running the defense, and how good was their defense tonight?
Oh, they were fantastic. I mean, they were on point in every facet of the game. They made 3 interceptions. They handled the line, and they took away the run.
And I mean, it wasn't like King didn't have opportunities. They did, and it's something Jason McBain's talked about with us before the game. He said, we need to clean some of those things up. And there were a couple of early mistakes that kind of put them behind the 8 ball. They got a great break with the pick 6 right at the end of the first half, and then a great job by Marietta Mesa. They had the ball to come out, and the Rams stopped the King, and that kind of stemmed the tide a little bit as we went forward into this one.
They did, and they never really let King get too high as far as too excited about momentum, and they really kind of just won in all facets.
Artian Celestine did a great job on the ground. Trey Gamble did a great job managing this team. And as a result, they come away with a 28-13 victory. And obviously, the defensive effort, 3 picks and a number of sacks. They came in, I think, 23 sacks as a team. 23 sacks and 20 takeaways. They got 3 more takeaways today and were able to play to the 28-13 victory. Final thoughts, Jeff Gorham.
No, I just think if you're King, you still should make the playoffs. You got to win, though.
Well, I think they'll make the playoffs, but
yes.
The idea is you want that auto qualifier.
Yeah, and you want to be able to play. You want to be going in great momentum. So one more week. McMain's, is one of my favorite coaches in the entire world. I know he'll get it together, and hopefully next week they can shore this up and get a victory.
For Jeff Gorham and our entire award-winning Riverside TV crew, my name is Gazelle Hassan. The final tonight, Rams of Marietta Mesa 28, the Wolves of King 13. Until next week, so long, everybody.